The first time I saw the house on Willow Lane, it looked like every other home in Silverwood Estates. Pristine lawns, trimmed hedges, and SUVs parked in driveways. But the stillness in the air told me something was wrong. The call had come in at dawn. Missing person female 34, last seen 48 hours ago. 48. Amanda Carter, ES's husband, reported her disappearance after finding her car abandoned at a gas station 2 miles from their neighborhood. No signs of struggle, no history of marital discord, just an empty vehicle, a cold coffee cup in the holder, and a single pearl earring on the passenger seat. Amanda was a real estate agent, the kind who smiled in every photo and knew every neighbor by name. Her social media showed a life of weekend barbecues and yoga classes, but her phone records revealed a different story. In the weeks before her disappearance, she'd made repeated calls to a number registered to a burner phone. No voicemails, no texts, just 3 a.m. connections that lasted less than a minute. The trail ended at a cell tower near the interstate, a dead zone for cameras. I started with the obvious, the husband. Joseph Carter had an alibi, a business trip to Chicago, confirmed by flight records and hotel receipts. His grief seemed genuine, but grief can mask guilt. Then there was the neighbor, a retired schoolteacher named Helen Voss, who claimed she'd seen Amanda arguing with a man in a grey hoodie near the community mailboxes the night she vanished. Helen's description was vague. Average height, maybe a beard, but she insisted she'd heard Amanda say, "You're making a mistake." Forensics found nothing in the house, no fingerprints beyond the family's, no traces of blood or forced entry. But the garage told a different story. A faint smell of bleach lingered beneath the scent of motor oil, and the concrete floor had been recently pressure washed. When I scanned the room with a UV light, irregular patches glowed blue, the ghostly outline of a cleanup. The lab confirmed it. Luminol reacted to hemoglobin. Someone had tried to erase a crime scene. Then came the security footage from the gas station. Amanda's Lexus rolled into frame at 9:13 p.m. She stepped out, glanced over her shoulder, and walked toward the convenience store. A black sedan pulled in behind her, its headlights off. The driver never exited, but as Amanda returned to her car, the sedan's window lowered. A hand emerged, holding something small and metallic. A gun? A phone? The angle obscured the details. 30 seconds later, Amanda drove away. The sedan followed. The gas station clerk remembered nothing. "Too many people come through here," he shrugged. But the timestamp on the video, 9:17 p.m., matched the last ping from Amanda's phone. After that, silence. I dug deeper into her life. Bank statements showed irregular cash withdrawals, always $500, always on Fridays. Her emails hinted at a side project she called the Sunset Deal, but there were no contracts, no client names. Then, in her office trash, I found a shredded flyer for a support group, Survivors of Narcissistic Abuse. Meetings every Thursday. A phone number led me to a therapist named Dr. Lena Cole, who refused to disclose Amanda's sessions, but admitted she was afraid of someone, not her husband, someone from her past. By the end of the week, I had 2 theories: a stalker from Amanda A.'s undocumented history or a professional hit disguised as a random abduction. Neither fit neatly. The lack of a body, the stage car, the burner phone, it felt calculated, personal. But without a motive, the pieces refused to align. Then on a hunch, I cross-referenced the cash withdrawals with local property records. Every withdrawal coincided with a deposit into an LLC named Horizon Ventures, a shell company traced to a P.O. box in Nevada. The registered agent? A lawyer who'd been disbarred for fraud. It was time to visit the one place I'd avoided, the woods behind Silverwood Estates. The forest was thick, the kind of place kids dared each other to enter but never stayed long. Local legends warned of sinkholes and old mining shafts, but the real danger was the terrain. Uneven ground, tangled roots, and a silence so heavy It amplified every snapped twig. I followed the GPS coordinates from Amanda's hiking app, which showed she'd walked this trail 3 times in the month before she vanished. Not for exercise. The app's data revealed pauses, 10 minutes here, 20 there, at a clearing half a mile in. The first thing I noticed was the dirt, too loose, too recently disturbed. Kneeling, I brushed away layers of pine needles and leaves until my fingers hit plastic, a black garbage bag buried shallow. Inside were women's clothing, a blouse, jeans, running shoes, all size medium, all unstained. Amanda's husband confirmed they were hers. "She donated old clothes all the time," he said, but his voice wavered. These weren't donations. The shoes still had mud caked in the treads, matching the soil near the clearing. Back at the station, the lab identified traces of ketamine in the fabric, a controlled substance used medically but also as a date rape drug. No prescriptions in Amanda's name. I requested her pharmacy records and found a pattern. Every 3 months, she refilled a prescription for Xanax, prescribed by Dr. Cole. Anxiety medication, but the dates didn't align with the support group meetings. I re-interviewed Helen, the neighbor. This time, she hesitated. "There's something else. A car I'd never seen before. Dark blue, out-of-state plates. Parked down the street the week before Amanda went missing. A man sat inside for hours, just watching.